I figured I would jump in. Oh, where is my little guy? Oh, shoot, nuggets. Hold on. Please hold. Alright, found my little guy. My bad. Forgot about that. So I figured I would do a little bit of PowerWash Simulator. I don't have a lot of time for streaming today. Um, I had therapy, so I had a late start today. With that, so I had to do therapy. So got a late start. But we're gonna go ahead, do a little PowerWash stream. Just some chill vibes. Trying to keep myself on track, on top of things, and not let myself just fall off the bandwagon per se. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna do a chill power washing simulator time. Uh, Figured I'd break out the new Wallace and Gromit DLC I bought. I've done all of the career mode. I think at some point I'll probably go back and try and get all the achievements. Um, because I like to get achievements when I play these games, especially because PowerWash. It's easy to get the ones in PowerWash, but I wish I had known them before I started career mode. I wish I'd actually like looked them up as I was playing, because there's some of them that I'm like, I don't want to go back and do this one, but I'm gonna. I don't want to, but I'm gonna do it. Um, but yeah, so I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I usually don't play it with the water volume on anymore, because when I'm playing it, it's like a background game that I have up when I'm playing something else, or like I'm doing something else. Um, so it's really weird hearing the sound of the power wash water now. I'm sure I'll get used to it again, but it's been a hot minute since I've had that sound playing. I feel like really, I guess I'm not short. Well, no, I am short. I'm like the height of the door handle. Why? Why is everything large? Don't actually like that at all, but okay. Oh, our first ding. Heck yeah. Yes. And if any of this is too loud, just let me know. If you're watching, if you hop on, if you exist. Yeah, just let me know. But if you don't exist, that's cool, that's fine too. Uh, this is all for all the ghosts out there. Shout out to Diane, my ghoul. Uh, that is in fact a running joke with me and my friend, that there's a ghost named Diane that just exists when we're around. So yeah, shout out to the ghosts, I guess. Honestly, I do this for myself. It's something to like keep me productive with kind of a schedule. Um, Keeps me from just kind of not doing anything. I've been in a bit of a slump lately, so it's been hard. So kind of putting myself in the situation to play games and stream has been helpful in keeping myself from like just catastrophizing and staying in bed all day. I say all day, but like between work. So this is my I'm trying to be a productive human being and not go to sleep too early. Is it working? Are you all impressed? Probably not. I'm doing my best. You know, that's all people can ask of you, really, is that you try your best. Ugh. Trying to be, like, methodical about this, but it's totally not working. Okay, I'm assuming that is clean now, yes. Also, if I don't talk, I apologize for people that watch this later. It's called disassociating, and that's what I'm doing with my life. Um, However, if I see people in chat, I will engage in conversation. But that's if people exist. Is this? Why is that one? Okay, it's gotta be this one. It's just here. Right, that's done, and then you just hop on this. Oh, nice, I did it. Alright, back to going around the walls. There we go. I feel like the dings are really loud, but it's fine. I'm gonna tell myself it's fine. Sweet. Too far. Alright, got that and that. That's done. Alright, cool. Just working our way around the room. I will say I'm very excited for PowerWash 2. Um, I wasn't sure about like them making a secondary PowerWash because I was like, why would we make a second one? Like, you have a really good game and you've been making DLCs for this game, so like it's not out of touch. Like it's a pretty good game, but I like that they've added a couple of things that they don't have in this one that I'm excited to try. I like the way they changed the soap, at least in the ads that they've shown, where the soap is actually like a spray that goes on top of the furniture and pieces. Um, and it's used to like it goes on as a layer and you have to spray the soap off. And I think that's a nice touch that they added um, to make it more in depth. And then they also have the circular power wash like that you can use to like do more on the driveway. And I really like that. So I'm kind of excited for the second one. I hope the second one also has a storyline, like a kind of like not fully fleshed out, like you have to work for its storyline, because I really enjoyed that about Power Wash in the career mode, is that there's like a storyline there, but you actually have to like pay attention to the messages in the corner because the messages you get reveal the story. So I really enjoyed that aspect of like the long game of, oh, okay, you have to actually pay attention and piece together what's happening. Because some people play it and they don't realize that there's actually a story involved with the game. And it's really fun. And I enjoy it. Like, I just found out that some of my friends haven't realized that there's like a full story that goes with it, or they weren't like fully retaining or understanding that like those little blips are in fact like a full story, and if you piece them together, they all reveal something different. So I do really like the story that they added. It's like a fun little, you wouldn't expect it situation, but it's there and it's really fun. Um, so if you haven't seen the story of Power Wash or like paid attention to the little messages in the corner when you play Power Wash in career mode, I highly suggest you go back and like play it at some point, because I really do enjoy like the little nuances of the story they piece together while you're playing. And like the entire game culminates in the ending of the story, which is really great. I know I could use a stool. It's right here. I just prefer to hop. I got the one time there's an achievement where if you do the firehouse without using the ladder or the scaffolding at all, you get an achievement. Um, and the achievement is that, like you don't use the scaffolding the entire time you clean the firehouse in the like subsidizing areas or whatever. Um, I did not know that was an achievement until after the fact, and I had already, and when I tell you, I didn't use the scaffolding until the very last little bit. I had like I had done all the hard work of not using the scaffolding, and like doing really ridiculous stuff just because I wanted to, because I didn't want to use the scaffolding or the ladder. I get a little I get a little I basically like get competitive with myself of like, ooh, can I challenge myself to do this without the ladder or whatnot? And I challenge myself with stuff like that. So like I was doing the whole firehouse and I was like, cool, I haven't touched the scaffolding at all, like haven't needed it. And then right at the very end, I was like, you know what, whatever, I'll like use this to finish it up. And then found out like I think a day after that that was an achievement, and I was like, I hate it here. So yeah, if you're an achievement hunter, make sure you look at the achievements before you play the game. Because otherwise you're really going to regret it. I know I did. I regretted it so much, and I still do. Because I know there's not a lot of games where I'm like, ooh, I want every single achievement, because there's some games where it's like getting every single achievement is so difficult, and I'm like, I'm not about making my life hard or like making myself hate a game just because I want the achievements. Um, so like, but PowerWash Simulator is pretty chill. So for me, I'm like, I do want to get all the achievements on PowerWash Simulator, and it's not gonna like kill me to do so. It's gonna suck because I've done some of the like really big ones. And it's like, oh man, I gotta go back and do like these really big levels again. But I'd rather do that than not get the achievement, just because I don't like it when I get really close to having all the achievements and then I give up. Mm-mm. I've got like 4 more on raft that I need to get, and then I have all the raft ones. I've got 4 more on 7 days to get, and then I have all the 7 days ones. So certain games, like depending on like the achievements and if I'm like close to getting them all or not, that's when I'll like go for it, and I'll be like, ooh, I have to get this because I'm already really close to having it. So in cases like that, I'll definitely do that. But for the most part, I don't achievement hunt unless it's something I feel like I can achieve. Uh, like V Rising, there's a bunch of achievements for playing in brutal mode, and I'm like, I'm not gonna get those because I'm never gonna play it in brutal mode. Um, that's just not something I'm willing to put myself through, because V Rising is hard enough for me as it is, and playing it in brutal mode would just end me. So those ones I'll never get achievements, but I count getting all the basic achievements as getting like the achievements. So I'm pretty happy with that one. I think there's maybe like 2 or 3. I think there's like 2 that are like normal achievements I can get that I don't have just because I haven't come across the circumstance to get it. And that's mainly how, just because it's how me and my friend break down how we like play the game, is certain people will be in charge of certain things. So like prisoners was never like something I dealt with. So obviously I didn't get the achievement for like feeding a prisoner gruel and getting their blood to like 100% or whatever. Things like that. But yeah, I feel like at some point I'll probably stream while I'm trying to get the power wash achievements, just because I do have quite a few of them to get from career mode that I just missed out getting because I didn't pay attention when I first played the game. And I don't actually mind replaying the game because power wash is relatively relaxing for me. It's just something fun. It's chill. I can do it in the background of like meetings and stuff, of things I'm like doing with friends, and or if somebody's streaming something, I can do this in the background while also watching their stream. So power wash is very relaxing to me and I enjoy it. And I'm definitely excited to get some new levels to play with power wash too. I've been wanting some more levels. And I don't mind DLCs, but I do also like, it gets a little annoying to like if you want new content, have to pay for a DLC. But I get it. Like, at the same time, gotta support like the work that they're doing. Um, but yeah, just I'm ready for some new stuff, and I'm hoping that it'll be a little more interesting with the gameplay with some of the new stuff they're adding. And again, I'm hoping for a fun little storyline that I can follow. Um, Currently, there's no date for that to come out, but they said it's 2025, so we'll see. We'll see when it comes out. Alright, that's all's done of this room. Let's see. Ceiling next. Nope. The problem with playing so many different games and alternating them with like my friends and stuff is sometimes I just forget which buttons I need to use to play certain games. Or I'll use the wrong button. And next week I should be back to playing Date Everything. I knew this was going to be probably a shorter stream, so I didn't want to launch into something that, I mean, one date takes quite a while because there is a lot of dialogue and a lot of the character story that you start to develop. So I didn't want to like try and get into that and not even complete a full day. So to give myself the proper time to play the game, I'm gonna just wait until next Tuesday. Well, maybe not even next Tuesday. I might play sometime this week or this weekend. I just didn't want to play it today because I do plan on. I have other things I have to do today. So this is just a chill keeping up with my trying to keep up with a schedule. Trying to keep myself on a schedule. I do this for me, for my well-being, of trying not to give myself too much time to think about things that aren't too important, or stress, or get anxiety, or just fall into, general depression. So this is my way of combating that, is by giving myself a little stream schedule to keep up with. And I might stream some other stuff coming up soon. Like, currently we're doing Date Everything as like my main game at the moment, because I've been waiting for that to come out and I've been super excited about it, and I'm just ready to kind of play that and see what we can find, things like that. I do eventually want to get back to Baldur's Gate, which will be really fun. And there's been some discussion of possible friend streams again, just depending on general feeling from the group, if they're feeling up for it. Maybe some random streams here and there. Just when people are generally feeling up to like being on a stream. So I'll probably toss up some streams here and there randomly when we're gaming. So there's not really this is like, I'm trying to make a set schedule of like, oh, I know for a fact that every Tuesday I'm going to try and stream, to at least give myself one day a week that I'll like be like, okay, this is my time. I'm gonna set aside like 2 hours, maybe more, for streaming. Um, and just do that. So, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. Please tell me this is just one other room. Okay, it is. But this is a really messy room. And nope, we're going to go back in here. Because that actually gave me some anxiety looking at that. But yeah, so goal is for me to stream every Tuesday for at least a little bit. To give myself a sort of consistent schedule. And then probably stream sporadically from there, depending on time and situations and moods. Because life, life happens and life sucks sometimes. So, yeah. If life's not sucking, I'll try to stream when I can. And this is kind of just for fun. I don't expect anyone to watch, TBH. I just am doing this because it gives me something to like schedule, and like sometimes when my friends can watch or something, it's a way of being like held accountable almost, and I can see like my progress and things. I don't know. I thought that this, because we had started streaming and we had to take a break because of like it just became a little overwhelming for like all of us at some point, and we had a lot going on all individually and like at the same time. So like we had to take a break from streaming. It was just getting to be a lot. Okay, that's part of the body. Cool. So I wanted to get back into it because I really did like having the schedule of streaming. It made me feel like, I don't know, regulated. If some, I don't know how to describe it, but I felt like, okay, I have this thing that I'm doing. This is my thing. This is my time to do this thing. Okay, cool. That's clean. But yeah, so I wanted to get back into it, and so I'm kind of setting myself up for a schedule of like every Tuesday, if I can, I want to at least stream for a little bit, even if it's just like an hour. Just to give myself some sort of schedule flow thing. Um, but also, it's just something for myself to like enjoy on occasion. I'm also really bad at playing solo games by myself. I like single player games a lot. There's a lot of really cool single player games. And there's ones that I've definitely like gotten lost in and like deep dived into and played. But there's some games where like it's really hard for me to focus and play a multiplayer, or not a multiplayer, a solo game by myself for too long. I tend to start spacing out with it. So I'm kind of making this as my way to like play those games that I typically play solo, and like being like, okay, I'm like gonna officially start this game, or I'm gonna play through this game. So I do have a list of like solo games that I've been wanting to play, but like I haven't been able to get myself to play them for longer than like an hour at a time. Or I have like little mini games like the room that I bought, that I like bought to play and like just have a fun little puzzle game, and I didn't play them even though I bought them. And so like I want to stop buying games that I'm not going to play, so this way I'm going to like, my goal is to use streaming to play the games that I bought that I have not convinced myself to play since buying. I don't know if that'll work, but we'll see. It could work. I have a lot of games that I haven't played that I should play and I want to play. But things like, I don't even like Shadow of Mordor and stuff like that. Those games, like, I'm really bad at those games, so one, that's gonna be a that's gonna be a slog to get through anyway, but I really want to play them because I want the story. I want more Lord of the Rings content, so I want the story. I want to play it myself. So I know that one's gonna be hard. Jesus Christ on a cracker. Hello, and thank you for that scared the ever loving shit out of me. Hi. I didn't know. I'm doing good. How are you? I didn't know it made that sound when people subscribed. That was so scary. Hi. How are you? I'm doing all right. I'm doing a short stream today. I had therapy, so it cut my streaming time a little short today. So I figured I would do a little bit of PowerWash Simulator. I'm trying to keep myself on a schedule. This is me combating my desire to lay in bed and do nothing all day. So I've set aside streaming time and I try to keep up with it. But thank you for joining. That's so nice. It's so nice to have someone in here to talk to. And I'm glad you're doing fine. Fine's not good, but fine is better than bad, so we'll take it. I definitely get that. I've been there before. Fine. We take fine over bad. How long have you been into this stream? I'm like 30 minutes in right now. So this stream's only been 30 minutes in so far. Me and my friends started this channel like I don't even know when. It's really bad. I don't know when. I probably like a year and a half, 2 years ago. And we were streaming together. But then, you know, life gets in the way and we had to take a break. It got a bit too difficult for us to stream. We all had different obligations and things coming up. So I picked it back up though. I'm playing on PC. I'm not very good with consoles, so I've always been into PCs. I'm really bad at console controls. I don't know what it is about a controller, but it makes me just want to button mash because I can't remember what everything does. Whereas with PC, I can set the keyboard for how I want it, and I can remember those. Oh, this goes into the other room. That's why it's not giving me that ding. Well, that's just rude. Okay. I like PowerWash Simulator. For me, it gives a really, it scratches a really good part of my brain. It's very satisfying. I like the cleaning aspect. It's very nice. You can go at your own pace. There's different nozzles, so you can clean faster if you want to like speed run it. You can clean slower if you want to just like take your time. There's soaps and things you can add. So I like the game. It's kind of a go at your own pace. You can just basically disassociate and play it for as long as you want. The career mode's really cool if you pay attention to the messages that you get. So like, let me see if I can access them, because I forget how to do that. Messages. So on the side of your game, it'll give you like messages to tell you like what happened in the, like, why is the room so messy and like what's going on. And then in career mode, it actually has like a storyline. You have to pay attention to the messages to piece it together, but there is an actual storyline within the main game, which is really fun. And I like that you have to pay attention and piece it together. It's not just kind of given to you. So for me, that's really enjoyable. Yeah, the game's really fun. I enjoy it. They're actually coming out with Why don't you use graphical stuff on your channel? Um, I'm not gonna lie, man. I don't know how. I I am my friend set up the channel. Um, I am not the most technologically friendly or like knowledgeable, and I probably could do some more research on like how to do all of that, but I haven't done so yet. And that's probably something that me and my friend will play around with later, as we try to like adjust it. But currently, I just don't know how, and I haven't bothered to figure it out yet. Yeah, so we the only stuff that we have is stuff that we did ourselves. So like Court did the background and the graphics and stuff. So like the background is something that Court made. I did the PNGs. So anything that we have on our channel currently is something that we designed ourselves and just kind of did. Um, so if it doesn't exist, it just means that we didn't get around to like creating it ourselves. Um, we typically tend to be the ones that do our own graphical designs. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we really started this just as something for like the three of us to kind of record the funny antics we get into for preservation for like ourselves to enjoy later on, or like our friends. And I'm kind of continuing with that notion that this isn't like, yes, I'm streaming, and technically streaming means that it's an open audience, but it's also just kind of just for me. I definitely wouldn't. I'm always happy to look at other artists' work. I love looking at art. Um, so for sure, I love art, and always, I will never not be down to look at someone's art. Big art person. I do, but I don't. I don't think I'll give it out on here because I don't want a lot of people having my Discord. Um, Not that I have a lot of people that watch, but also like that would be out to the public information. Would prefer for that not to be the case, because I tend to get spam messages from like groups I'm already in. Um, and I don't enjoy spam messages. So, all right. This isn't you trying. This isn't you trying to get me to buy some stuff, is it? Because I can't guarantee that'll happen. I'm really broke. Hence why we do this all ourselves. Um, Living that broke life for reals. But is that like? Do you also have an Instagram? Is that like your is? Well, I guess I don't want to like blast your Instagram out there if you don't want it. Um, because that's understandable as well. But yeah, I'll look you up after the stream. Just please don't expect me to spend. I can't buy anything though. If that's the angle we're going here. I have gotten those spam messages before, so please don't take offense. That's just I have gotten people that are like, "Oh, hey, do you want me to make your shit for you?" And I'm like, "Sorry, I literally cannot afford that." So yeah. But definitely will check it out. Did that? Yes, that is clean. Okay. Alright, where am I at? 40 minutes in? Can I finish this in 20 minutes? Probably not, but we can try. Speed run! Oh, forgot. Up top. Alright, got it. I'm currently streaming, but like after the stream I'll take a look. I'm not gonna pause my stream to do that. So okay, no, that's clean. Got it. Ah, there we go. Can I like no. That's not gonna work. What if I nice. Okay. Beautiful. I love when all the dings come in all at once. Beautiful, beautiful. Cool, cool. Oh, this is messy inside. Okay, let's clean the inside of this real quick. Oh, shit. Come on. There we go. Okay, the drawers are a part of the fridge door. It's all one piece. Cool, 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 cool. Good to know. What am I missing on this jam? Okay, got it. Okay, interior is clean. Close the fridge. Alright, go back to the wall. Ooh, top of the door frame. Almost missed that. Alright, and then we'll get this wall. Trying to speed run this before I gotta end the stream. Oh, missed that. That was dirty. Whoa. Okay, that's that covered. Hell yeah, all the dings. Let's go. Okay, that's that. And we'll jump up here. Those are clean. That's clean. And that's good. Okay, let me switch the handle on this. That's a little too long. Alright, that's clean. Oh, nope. Close the door. Beautiful. Whoop. Okay, that's clean. Get the cracks under there. Beautiful. Alright. And then we gotta get the counter. I don't know if I'm gonna make it in time. I don't know if I probably should have started speed running earlier. I was foolish, Your Honor. I thought I don't need to speed run this. I could get it done in time. I lied to myself. Alright. Let's go. Beautiful. And then... got it. Okay, nailed that. I love when you get all the dings at once. It's so satisfying. I fear I'm leaving so much to try and do in the last couple minutes. Because I am trying to keep this stream to only an hour. I do have other things I gotta do. Okay. Moving on. Floor. Floor. Get the train while we're going by. Hoping if I get enough of this, it'll just give it to me. It'll say, you know what, you've done your due diligence. Success! Okay, hold on. Now that's definitely too long. Alright. No, don't do that. Says I can turn on the train, which I'll probably have to do to get this whole thing clean. Because there's quite a bit of it that's actually, like, blocked off, it looks like. Oh, maybe not. Okay, train clean. Cool. Let's go. I don't know if anybody else has watched K-pop Demon Hunter, but the music for that movie has been stuck in my head nonstop. 10 out of 10, no notes. Songs are a total bop. Yes, okay. Floor tracks! Come on. No. Yes, okay. Okay, speed run. Gonna get this done in time. Oi! Okay. Can I jump up? Thank you. Okay. There's that. And now I just need to get the ceiling. Okay, I know I've missed stuff because it hasn't given me the little checkup saying, hey, you only have these couple items left. So I know once I finish this, this should pop up with that. And if not, I'm going to have to go hunt for it, which is going to be a pain. I don't know if I'm actually going to complete this in time. Oh. Come on. Oh, shit, nuggets. Clean, 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 clean. Ooh, 94%. Table sugar bowl. Okay, table sugar bowl. Done. Kitchen cereal boxes. What the? Oh, over here. Okay. Kitchen cooking pot. Kitchen cooking pot. Oh. Kitchen door handle. Other kitchen door handle. Kitchen painting. Kitchen windowsill. Kitchen windowsill. Ha! I did it in less than an hour. It has now been 59 minutes exactly. Our nice little... Oh my gosh, the outfit! I don't like that it doesn't like take you into the other room that you're doing it in, like follows your like character when it does little replay. But that's fine. It's all good. We did it. So thank you for those who joined me. I will try to stream again sometime this week if I have a chance. But yeah, I'm gonna head out. I got some stuff I gotta do today. Thank you for joining me on this short stream, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.